the challenge that I see in the upcoming years, now mostly probably for the junior and mid-level developers, wrongly using the vibe coding part of it is depression. Why? Explaining that, I'm curious, what's your definition of vibe coding?
So the vibe code, I think it was introduced by Kapathy.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it was a tweet, basically, which now turns
It was just a tweet, yeah.
It was just a tweet. But it was just a way of just prompting AI to code for you, without caring what AI is writing, or you just care about the output, right?
Yeah.
So it's just, you just say, okay, it made maybe a page, and you modify this, modify. So it's a way of building software that you don't really care about the under the carpet.
Under the carpet.
You just care about the cherry on top and the looking and the top. And then and most of the time now, it means anyone can do it. You're a dev, can do it. You're not dev, can do it. So that's the way I think the definition came about it, and that's the way I think it's the definition of vibe coding from what I see.
Okay. Now, so so you mentioned mostly advantages of it in your first part, accelerating the development bit. But I want to turn it a little bit, looking at them a little bit on the other side of it. Okay. I think the term itself is sort of like, now people are looking at it negatively, a bit like
Vibe?
Una vibe, when ume vibe too, like, because like you've generated and you don't know what has been generated behind the scenes, you just care about the output. Now, there are two huge risks, at least based on just initial analysis, seeing how things go. Two major risks that I'm seeing with people generating too much. All right. Your workflow is proper because you say, like, you generate a function, you look at it and you review it. And because you are senior enough to be able to tell, like, this is not what I want. And you can be able to tweak it to the way you want it. All right. Now, coding is fun. And probably you got into it because it's like, at some point became as a hobby. You worked in so many projects before getting paid. So there's a very silver line between it being a hobby and being a job. Like, kidogo kidogo, it can be a job. Turn a little bit, it's a hobby, right? That's why, like, most developers can work overnight, can do all things like that, because it gives you, at least for me, how I got into programming. And I think I heard your story as well yourself, is getting a power to be able to create something.
Of course.
Like, I've created this and it's working. All right. But as for every developer, I personally, at some point in early days of my career as an engineer, I had to fight a lot of imposter syndrome of saying, like, if me najua kweli, do I know what I'm doing? Like, you're shipping up a website, like, hey, are people are visiting this? Now you build a payment gateway, like, people are really transacting money on this. Like, until it's live, like, hey, people are doing this. People are using my product. Right now
is this for real?
Is this for real? Like, hey, people are, hey, like your first customer on Gala, I believe, like, hey, this person has trusted this platform.
They're keeping their money,
They're keeping your money, like, so, like, you have that internally for every professional. Like, there's that degree of, like,
imposter.
The imposter is still there. All right. Now, what the challenge that I see in the upcoming years, now mostly probably for the junior and mid-level developers, and wrongly using the vibe coding part of it, is depression. Why? Because that joy that got you to be able to build and write code and see that is something is working, slowly being taken away because you are sharing that. You sharing your idea, it's being generated, you're able to see slowly. If you're not carefully being able to review what has been done, you'll be losing you're losing that touch, and you're losing control with the code base of what you see. Now, the time you get to miss actually writing without generating, it's like, let me just open up my laptop and, like, right now, I just need to create this UI myself. Let me see how it works. And when you get into the code, remember, this person maybe vibed for 2 weeks. A lot have been generated. And going there, now, I'm not talking this for people who are, I'm not against generating, using AI into coding. I'm more on the side of people doing it and not reviewing carefully what has been done and taking control. If you lose control and getting back to your code base and like looking like, okay, this is here.
I don't know what is this.
This is here, and you know your capability. You could not write that.
Yeah.
You see, that imposter syndrome is doubling up on you, and you're losing that bit of that. So you're coming to have Supergate code, and especially if you're using multiple tools, you use this premium version. Meisha, you're switching to Casa, you're switching to JetBrains, you're switching to ChatGPT and everything. Then you come into the Supergate code. Like, it's so many people wrote, so many generated, that you can be able to tell. You need to change a function. You need to just change a name of a button. And like, where am I changing this? If it was originally you and you had a control, you know where to go. But because you did not look where it was generated, you are starting to look where it is. So that is problem number one. Second is a piling up of a technical debt over time. Now, for people who are not ethical, now talking about ethically being able to use AI and everything, over time with that Supergate code getting piled up, becomes no one in the team can be able to understand
what's
going on.
Yeah.
Something breaks and you have AI fix it. Something's not working here. Find a solution. Trying to put in things, and I think over time the joy of creating something is going to slowly be taken away, and depression, technical debt. That's the risk I'm thinking. So like I try to look at it on another side. You look on the positive side of it.
Yeah. So I called the Bible. In the beginning. There's a point. God said, let there be light. Never.
Yes.
God spoke into the light, and then there was light. I think for me, that verse is the ultimate of creation, man. So, okay, now it happened because we're doing all this stuff because we couldn't spoke to this code. The code could happen, and now there is a potential. So for me, I think the essence is about creation, right?
Yeah.
There can be an argument about the means, right? Because the means always you need to understand the logic and the stuff. I'm not against that. I feel there is a valid concern, but I still think you can still find a joy because what you want is to create, but you want to focus on the right component to create, and you want to be efficient. It's never. So, I mean, I don't know if God could have created everything independently, but spoke to that. So I feel like the essence of having tools to use them, and now it coming like now, like we human having to create this kind of tools, they're very, very amazing that we can actually write and they can generate code. I think it's amazing. About the imposter, I think it's right. Maybe someone used to be on our team, and then I'm like, dude, why did you do this? It's like, I don't know.
Where is this coming from?
Please don't use ChatGPT. The Copilot, you just accepts. You need to
accept all.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Back up one time, I'm like, okay, should you turn it off? It's very real. Because it kind of lie people feeling up being productive, but they're not, right? So they ship a lot of code, but sometimes it's useless. Like it makes sense, but the function does the work, but it's not supposed to be there. It's not supposed to be there at all.
Yes.
So I think it's a valid concern. You need to have a very strong sense because of what you are doing.
Yes.
And what the output, the test of the output. As much the ideal outcome, you should know what's happening, everything's. At least if you don't know, you should know in the code base what an ideal outcome would look like. So then don't work on AI blindly. I think vibe code work best, as I said, mainly what I'm prototyping. You just want to prototype an idea, but you don't want to build an idea with vibe coding, and ship it to customer. I think even the CEO, I think Casa, said that the way we are, AI cannot do a complete thing. AI is more of an assist. It's never, if you want to vibe code, it's more to assist you on your workflow.
Okay.
Like you should be the project manager, the owner of the project. You know the structure, the order. You need to be in control.
You need to be in control.
Yeah, you need to be in control. And if you don't, I feel like there's a chance you might have, as you said, a very spaghetti code you can't maintain. And then the fact that you have to rely on AI every time. AI, they're not deterministic. They don't give the same output every single time. So I saw someone and I'm like, you may change frequently. Probably they're using vibe coding. So the pet cover, I'm asking, modify this button and AI made this. You modify your touches and so even the maintaining of it and
it's
AI,
difficult.
It's difficult because AI most likely might add side effect or something else.
Yes,
and that's
because it will work on that section. Of course, no in context, but find it like you have round button here. Here you have square buttons.
And modify also there. So you see that the same mistakes. You ask the same question twice. It's different things. The same thing with code. You might do this different thing.
Yes. Every time you ask
it. So it become now very, very hard to maintain. Yeah. So I think those are valid concern. That's why I insist for people who are like a junior who are web coding. It's best tool for non-tech. Yes. Non-tech super cool. I think it's for them. It's like get your MVP fast.
Yeah.
But if you want to ship it to the customer, no, get a developer, use Casa, build something concrete.
Yeah.
And for juniors, they're now like more call now to go deeper. And it's not like AI tools are not a reason to get lazy. They're a reason to go deeper. But it means if you go deeper, you get the most leverage.
You've put it so well. All right. The tools are there to make you go deeper. Like the easy stuff, the hard stuff that took you time, let them go. Take that time to deep dive. There are things that were boring. They are boring to repetitive tasks that are boring to do, like now go deep and, advance that. I think you've put it so well. Just thought I should echo about that.